Does the sniffling and sneezing that's keeping you up at night tell you your cold pill isn't doing all it should? Does your coughing and sore throat give you the feeling those tiny time pills aren't so advanced? Then it's time to try the new NyQuil LiquiCap. It has the relief you expect of liquid medicines for coughs and sore throats, plus relief for sneezing and congestion. The Vicks NyQuil LiquiCap, the very first nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, sore throat fever so you can rest LiquiCap.
Man, last week my cold was so bad. I was coughing, my head pounded, my nose ran. I'm sure I even had a fever. My cough medicine just couldn't handle that kind of cold. They had this in the infirmary, Vicks Formula 44M, M for multi-symptom. You know, it's better than the leading brand because it's complete cold care and a cough medicine. Pretty soon my body was telling me, hey, slacker, get back to work. That's some medicine.
Vicks Formula 44, a better type of relief.
In boot camp, he made them Marines.
Can't learn the easy way, you'll learn the hard way.
In battle, he made them a fighting machine.
Move out and stay down!
And on the beach of Iwo Jima, he made them heroes. Now, in color, the Marines' finest hour and John Wayne's legendary performance.
Lock and load!
Sands of Iwo Jima.
3 o'clock today on KAYU TV, Fox 28.
Twins will continue in a moment.
KAYU TV, Fox 28 airs in many communities on local translator and low-power transmitters. We appreciate the support of these communities and local associations. KAYU TV, Fox 28 recommends continued support for your local translator organization.
I wanted a drafting career where I could draw more than just a good salary. Computers are the future of drafting, and I'm part of it. I trained in computer-aided drafting at ITT Technical Institute. ITT Tech could mean a successful future for you, too.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0088 for this informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088.
Somebody's going to win millions. Idaho Super Lotto. Play it today.
I don't care what you think. No one does.
He is the man you love to hate.
How do you dial a phone with a straitjacket on?
His words can kill.
Who's dead? Who's dead? Tell me who's dead.
And he knows it.
You're telling me you sent me a bomb in the mail?
Now, someone wants to kill him.
I know where you live, partner. Sweet dreams, sweetheart.
Eric Bogosian, Alec Baldwin.
Get him out of here now.
An Oliver Stone film. Talk Radio. Coming next month from Universal Pictures' debut network. And now, the conclusion of Twins.
Thank you for joining us today. Join us again next Sunday for the Smith's Family Theater presentation of the hilarious comedy Support Your Local Sheriff, starring James Garner. Smith's Family Theater is brought to you by Smith's Home Furnishings, because nobody cares like Smith's.
Here's why nobody cares like Smith's is more than just a great slogan.
Back when Darigold started business, people had a real appetite for living. The appetite's still here, only now it's bigger. That's why Darigold makes everything from great tasting yogurts to rich, delicious classic ice cream. Because people around here have always known how to live. And they still do. Darigold, a delicious way to live.
When Johnny Johnson became a lottery millionaire, he'd turned somersaults with joy. But his dream soon turned to ashes. All that is left is a mountain of debt and the memory of shocking betrayal.
He went from being a millionaire to owing almost $100,000 in back taxes to the IRS.
There's nights where I don't sleep a bit, and I just lay there and think about what life could have been.
I'm David Lee Miller.
Dr. Norman Lewiston was a respected pediatrician adored by his young patients.
He was big and fluffy.
Who could believe that those eyes hid so many lies, so many secret lives, and so many wives?
I thought for 5, 6, 7 years that I knew him, that I was the only woman in his life.
He wanted to be married, but for some reason he wanted to be married to 3 people.
I'm John Johnston.
2 healthy baby boys born on the same day in a hospital in Georgia. There was nothing similar about them, but the unthinkable happened.
It's inconceivable that careful, caring people could permit babies to be swapped in a hospital.
I'm Robin Dorian.
The Buckeye State, this is Ohio.
Staci Arthur's stunning beauty brought her pageant titles and Playboy's coveted cover and centerfold.
Jim, are you part of this whole process?
Oh, yeah. Very well involved. Behind her 110%.
But it may also have triggered her husband's murder.
The man that literally I've spent the last 3 years every minute with is gone. And nobody can change that or bring him back.
The Wild Sins of Susan Lucci.
I guess the scene I was most concerned about was the love scene.
And Glenn Close is a diva in a fever. Hello, everyone. I'm Bill McGowan. Welcome to A Current Affair Extra. We have Glenn Close, Roseanne Barr, Susan Lucci, Macaulay Culkin, and Jamie Lee Curtis, all later in the show. When I first met Playboy Playmate Staci Arthur in Moscow last year, her future seemed to hold only triumph and fame. When we met again last week, it was under tragically different circumstances. A man she knew only from a 900 talk line turned out to have a fatal obsession.
And the only thing that I wanted more than anything was for him to see me get Playmate of the Year and to be able to sing to him and bring him up on stage.
This is Ohio's 22-year-old Staci Lee Arthur. She's been married to her husband James for 2.5 years, and they have 3 children.
1991 was to have been the best of years for 23-year-old Staci Arthur.
It was a childhood dream for me. I mean, I think all little girls fantasize about being Miss America. They all watch the beauty pageants, and they all watch the winner walk up and have the bouquet of roses and the whole experience. And I think that every little girl dreams about that.
As a contestant in the Mrs. America, Mrs. USSR beauty pageant in Moscow, Staci was one of 50 Americans to march into Red Square and raise the collective eyebrow of Russia. And her supportive husband, Jim, was right there by her side.
Jim, are you part of this whole process?
Oh, yeah. Very well involved. Behind her 110%. She'd always wanted to be in pageants, but really didn't have the courage to go out and do it. And I just really wanted to promote her. I really felt that she had a lot of potential.
The following month, another dream was fulfilled when the pageant participant became Playboy Playmate. And again, there was husband Jim, not just approving of it, but promoting it.